Okay, as you know, I'm super excited because we finally get a chance to talk to our friends from the Alton River Dragons. Welcome to the show, Scott Montesano. Good to see you, Scott.
Hello, everybody.
And you are the vice president?
That's what they put on the business card. I pretty much do everything but clean the toilets. That's our owner's job because he does everything I don't do, and I don't do that.
Yeah, good for you. Sounds like a good arrangement. And you brought with you one of your fantastic players, an Alton product. Good to see you, Austin Rathgeb.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And what position do you play, Austin?
Right-handed pitcher.
Sweet. Okay. Busy day for the River Dragons.
Yep. At the time of us doing this, we've made a coaching change. Just elevated our pitching coach to the role of manager, Blake Vandeveer. Some people will remember him being a standout at Roxana. He's our new hitting coach. So we're very excited about some of the change here as we get ready for the second half of the season. Our first half hasn't gone the way we'd like it to go, but the good news is starting on Saturday, June 27th, the record goes back to 0-0. The league operates in a split schedule format. So you have the first half, you then get the early bird special to the playoffs, whoever has finished in first place. And then you start anew for the second half. And when we start anew on Saturday, we really are going to start anew.
It's kind of a cool concept, and it's a very strange concept at the same time.
And this is exactly why it's done. So if somebody or a team has a rough start to the year, the whole thing isn't burned. You get to start over. Plus, rosters turn over, guys get hurt, you bring new guys in, so it allows for, from a competitive standpoint, it helps out more because you have a more truer representation when you've got two schedules. From a marketing perspective, let's not kid ourselves. This is spectator driven. From a marketing perspective, who doesn't like the occasional reset? Who hasn't rage quitted during a video game at one point or another? So in this first half, we've been schooled by some 9-year-old playing online MLB The Show. All right, we're going, all right, the heck with this. We're tossing the controller, and we're going to do it again starting this weekend.
Well, Scott, how does that, you said the first half of the season, that if the team, I guess, got the best record, how does that roll over into the second half of the season?
Doesn't matter.
Yep. So let's say, for instance,
I thought he said it did. I mean,
only if you win it. If you win it, then you get the fast track into the playoffs.
Yeah. So for example, in 2022, the year we made the playoffs, we won the first half title. Now in the second half, you become kind of a ghost, if you will. You're in the standings, but where you place.
What if you win both halves?
that's
How
what
many
I'm gonna
teams
ask.
make the playoffs?
All right, so a good example of this would be, let's say Cape right now leads the division, and they go on and they win the South Division. So in the second half, if Cape wins it again, it's whoever finishes in second place in the second half only. What Cape is playing for is home field in the playoffs then. So if you win the first half, you still have to win games, so you get home games in the playoffs. But in the standings, you're in essence a ghost. So if they're in first place or second place, or doesn't matter. They kind of have a gray over their spot in the standings.
so even if Cape wins it, there's not much incentive to win it second half of the season, correct?
Home field advantage.
That's it. So if they get second place, they may lose home field advantage at that point.
Yep, they're guaranteed the first game at home, and then they're guaranteed nothing after that by winning the first half.
But these are all players that are trying to develop their skills and earn increased opportunities, so they're going to be motivated. This is not like these kids didn't grow up with the dream of winning this league, so they're all motivated to try hard every night anyway.
And I think, and Austin can speak more to this in a moment. The motivation for these players, and I've been at this level for the most of the last 25 to 30 years. They all want to be better for when they go back to college.
Right.
They all want to be seen by pro scouts. We've got the TrackMan technology and everything that Major League Baseball gets a chance to look at every single day. But also a lot of these guys, some are JUCO guys that are looking for that great 4-year school. And also a lot of guys, more so than ever, are in the portal. Most guys now are in the portal. So they're looking for that next school. They've got a lot of motivation every single day. There was just a guy this last Saturday, one of our players, and he'd been a little banged up. And I said, how you feeling today? And he goes, I feel good, but I got to play no matter what. I got to get a school to look at me. So there's always motivation for these players. And at the end of the day, too, it's fun. This is the candy store of life. So there's hardly ever a night where the guys show up and say, this doesn't mean anything. Even more so than in the majors, where they're paid and what have you. And, sometimes, like any job, you check out. Here, it's still a kid's game for them.
I love it. The candy store of life. I'm writing that down. You mean just the league?
The league, the level of this.
How would you describe it? Single A, double A?
What this level of baseball is what the old short season A or rookie level used to be in before the contraction. So to those that are really deep into baseball, this would be like the old New York Penn League or the old Northwest League.
Cape Cod?
The Cape Cod, we're the same level as the Cape Cod. Okay. So it's the same idea, except that the Cape Cod League, now we're getting into the business side of it. The Cape Cod League is a pass-the-hat, mom-and-pop operation. They play on high school fields. They play about 30 games in the course of a season, whereas this is more of a professional baseball environment with 60 games, playing in, as Austin can say, some 6,000-seat stadiums in some places. So this is a little bit more like what pro baseball is in the minors.
All right. Great to see you, Austin. Thanks for coming. So you're an Alton kid. Did you go to Marquette or AHS?
No, Alton.
You went to Alton High
High
School.
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously you were a baseball player and an outstanding pitcher there as well, obviously.
Yeah.
And what year did you graduate?
24.
Okay. And what year was the first year for the River Dragons in Alton?
21.
Okay.
So 21, and then he's the first Alton High kid we've had since we had Robbie Tall and Adam Stiltz in the first couple of years, and Adam still holds a lot of our pitching records from those first 2 years.
Are your friends coming out to watch you play ball at Lloyd Hopkins?
A lot. Usually I've got a pretty big guest list.
Is it fun for you to be there?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. Like, since I've been in high school, I wanted to play for the River Dragons, and, like, as soon as I got the opportunity, I just hopped on it.
Did you play at Lewis and Clark?
Yeah.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'll be a sophomore next year at Lewis and Clark.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you're one of these guys who is looking for a 4-year fit.
Yeah, of course.
After, so you get one more year at Lewis and Clark. So you're pitching this summer, and you're working on your game, and you're developing your game, and good for you, man. That's fun. And you said you're the only Alton kid on the team right now.
Right now, yeah. Next year, I've got a couple guys from the area that I want to reach out to.
Okay, so he can help with recruiting too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I want to call a quick timeout and thank our partners. Cassens Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the #1 place to purchase a vehicle in the Metro East. If you're in the market for a new or a pre-owned car, check out Cassens inventory in person where they've been for 28 years or online at Cassens.com. Cassens has earned the highest ratings for customer service. Their expert staff is committed to making your car buying experience enjoyable, including convenient on-site financing. I've purchased 5 vehicles there, including that Jeep Gladiator out there in the parking lot, and I will not purchase a vehicle anyplace else. With over 90 years of experience in the Metro East, Cassens is the clear-cut leader for quality, service, and customer satisfaction. Go see Steve, Cliff, Holly, Greg, Bob, Mike, or Evan today. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Metro East on the Illinois or the Missouri side, please give our partners at Keller Williams Marquis, Jeb, and Ginger Blasingame the chance to serve you. They have offices in O'Fallon and Edwardsville with more than 165 agents. The Blasingames are a family-owned business that has helped over 11,000 families find just the right home. The Lipes are one of those families. Jeb and Ginger sold our house so fast because they're experts at staging and pricing, and they helped us find the perfect home, and they can do the same for you. No wonder they've been ranked in the top 10 real estate teams in North America. Give Jeb and Ginger Blasingame a call at 618-578-9276 or check them out online at blastinggamegroup.com. You will not be disappointed. All right, guys. So I'm looking at your schedule, and let's run down some of the teams you guys play. You play Burlington, Cape, Clinton, Danville, Du Bois County, Decatur, Jackson, Marion, Normal, Quincy, O'Fallon, and Springfield.
Yep, we played most of the league. We still, oddly enough, have never played the team from Lafayette, Indiana. This year we don't play Terre Haute, even though it's only 2 hours away.
We're not on here.
Yeah, we don't play that. Yeah, that the schedule you're looking at, that only includes the teams we're playing. So the league itself is 20 teams, stretches all the way out to Pennsylvania. We don't play them this year. Went out there last year. Chillicothe, Ohio. There's another Springfield, Ohio. Du Bois County, which is over in central Indiana. So there's a lot of teams in the league. It stretches throughout the course of the Midwest.
They have Allentown in there?
Not Allentown. That's they're a AAA team, but we're in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and that was a lot of fun to go there last year. Downtown ballpark. The ballpark itself was the scene of the big football movie, the big football scene in the Tom Cruise vehicle, All the Right Moves, if you remember that.
Yep.
And, of course, Johnstown, the home of the arena that Slapshot was filmed at. So myself and a couple members of the team found a way into the arena last year.
Does that mean you know Billy Charles Boyd?
Well,
from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
Don't get me started on close and slap
lines?
shots because I'll get myself in trouble.
He's a hockey guy too.
I know that movie inside and out. I grew up in Utica, New York, where that movie was based off of that league. Was very much the minor league hockey I grew up with. So 5 fights a night, players jumping into the stands, that whole thing. The national anthem scene from Slapshot was filmed in the arena in my hometown. So when they start that whole fight and whatnot. So Slapshot, even though baseball is my number one sport, Slapshot's my number one movie.
All right, and you had a busy day today because new season essentially for the River Dragons and new manager for the River Dragons as of today.
Yep, as of today, it's a completely fresh start for us, and I know the guys are excited for it. I think the community is going to be excited for it because even though the record resets, it doesn't just magically change. So you want to make sure that you've given yourself the best possible opportunity, and there's a lot of great ball players that will be joining our team as well, joining Austin. We got guys from Houston Christian and the University of Hawaii coming.
So you're adding guys at the half also.
Yep, we're adding guys. We've had some guys have to drop out due to injury, unfortunately, including a couple of local players.
Grayson.
Yep, Grayson and Cannon Camp out of Godfrey. They've had to drop off, and some other guys as well. But we've got a nice little pool coming in the fill it in.
A kid from Hawaii's coming here.
Yep, actually he's a Japanese native, went to JUCO in California, and is now at the University of Hawaii.
Sweet. Looking forward to meeting these guys, huh?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Can't wait. Okay, so what are you looking to possibly study in your 4-year school after you leave LC?
Business administration.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can study that almost any place. So that's
you got to keep
easy.
the options open. Yeah.
How important is it to you that you continue playing baseball? Is it like the top of your list, or is it something that you're like 50-50 on at this point?
So baseball for me, it's something that I know that it could end any day at this point because I've already had one pretty big injury, Tommy John. So I just go out there every day and I play like it's my last. So if I get to keep playing baseball at the next level, then I do. If I don't, I don't.
Starting pitcher or reliever?
Starter, yeah.
Okay. Have you always been a starter?
No, I haven't actually. I relieved for a long time, and then this past year at Lewis and Clark, we had one of our starters go down with an injury, and so then I just got thrown in the fire, and I ended up loving it, so it was fun.
Now, I know the difference. Obviously, everybody knows the difference. When you're a starter, you begin the game, and at least in the major leagues, they want you to go 5-6 innings in the modern game. You know, Mark Fidrich pitched 24 complete games in 1976, but those days are over. How for you is it a different game being a relief pitcher versus being a starting pitcher?
For me, it's not too much different. Like, I just go out there and I like give it all I got every single time. Like, if I'm in relief or starting, I realize that just competing every pitch is the number one thing.
But do you have to pitch differently? Do you have to pace yourself if you're a starting pitcher, knowing that, like, you know, you still want to be out there in 3 or 4 innings, whereas if you're a starter, you can just, like, throw like a wild animal every single pitch, no?
Yeah, well, so I learned that, like, whenever I try to pace myself like that, I don't pitch as well. Whenever I just go out there and I try to, like, give it my, like, attack every single pitch, I feel like I do way better than trying to pace myself and make sure I've got energy, because you got to get through every batter to begin with.
That's good stuff, man. It's obvious you're passionate about the game of baseball. When did this passion for baseball begin with you?
Well, for me, early age, my parents will shout out to my father, of course, near Father's Day. But apparently, I used to love the baseball bunch with Johnny Bench when I was a wee little lad. Went on and played, obviously, and played very well. I'm quite. Austin will tell you, I tell every player how I hit .417 my junior year of American Legion baseball in upstate New York, and had colleges looking at me and all that. But I realized, too, when I was about 13 or 14, I'm too fat and too slow to make a career out of this. So that's when I also pivoted into broadcasting, and I can talk for a living and that kind of thing. But I've loved baseball for as long as I can remember, and love every sport, too. But baseball is always that number one for me. Love it so much, I leave the wife and kids during the summer, leave them up in Wisconsin, come down here to Alton and the Riverbend area and broadcast baseball.
And you don't just broadcast the games. Do you not do all the marketing for the team as well?
Yep, I take care of, along with our owner Steve, the marketing, social media, help to coordinate the games. We have a video board. All this stuff, too, is things I've done elsewhere, other places. This is kind of more. I kind of do it more here as a hobby, which is really, really cool. So, yeah, we do a little bit of everything. When you work in minor league sports, you do a little bit of everything. And I've been at some larger places and what have you. This has allowed me the opportunity to really enjoy it. Again, do it on sort of a hobby scale, though I am compensated well.
So when you leave Alton and you go back to Wisconsin, you're working on Dragon stuff remotely. You can, even in December and January, you're working on schedules, you're working on ticket sales, all that kind of stuff. What else do you do? Is this your full-time job, 12 months a year?
Alas, it is not. I consult with teams around the country on their marketing, colleges as well, how to sell tickets and stuff like that. Because before this, I had done a lot of minor league hockey and minor league baseball. So I do that. I also own a media company in western Wisconsin. We do podcasts that are like this as well. So it's like again, I hate to put it this way, it's like any hobby. It takes up the most amount of time, but it's not what should be. It should be the focus. There's other things that should be the focus, but it's most definitely what I like to do the most.
Scott, I saw in your resume that you did some college basketball. You mentioned hockey. Are you still doing some of that?
Yeah, for 8 years, I was the voice of the University of Wisconsin Eau Claire for football and basketball. Now, alas, I don't get to do that anymore. They dropped commercial broadcasts a couple of years ago. We used to be a 5-station network throughout Wisconsin, so that was even though I really liked a Saturday football atmosphere. That was really cool, but I stink doing football. For that, and I like doing basketball because it was nice and easy and quick and what have you, but had a lot of great memories there, but sadly don't do that anymore. I do some high school basketball back in Wisconsin and high school football, and I do some remote broadcasts for hockey games in Europe, of all things. And
what?
Yep, and help out a hockey team up in that part of the country, too, doing some games for a junior hockey team.
So you're doing broadcasts for a European hockey team. So you're watching the game and then calling it as you see it?
Well, this is for the European thing. It's a second-level Swedish hockey league. So they like, I get up at 3 a.m. and watch game, and pull it up on the computer, and I've got to call it. And since I've got an American accent, they're okay with me messing up the pronunciations. So that's a pretty good excuse.
But you're calling it in English.
Yeah.
So these Swedish people are listening to your call in English.
Yep. So it's what it is. Hey, the check comes through and the check clears.
That's awesome.
So it's usually about a quick 2 hours and bang.
Wow. That's good stuff. All right. When's the next game?
Tomorrow. Cape Cod.
Cape Cod. And
Cape Girardeau.
I was going to say
Cape Girardeau. No,
I was going to say we ain't busted out the Cape Cod.
No, sorry.
that's
Cape
too
Girardeau,
far.
Cape Cod.
Well, we were talking about Cape Cod earlier, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why. So Cape Girardeau, where's the game?
Cape Girardeau.
Yep, we're in
playing
Cape Girardeau, and
playing
then
the Catfish, right? Yeah.
Yep, and then home on Wednesday, home on Friday and Saturday, and people can go to the website. Home games all through July as well. There's a pretty good chance in July if you just drive to Lloyd Hopkins Field, you'll see the lights on, and we're playing.
Great website. If you just search River Dragons, altonbaseball.com comes up, and they've got all kinds of information, stats, pictures. I see a picture of the owner, Steve Marceau. What's his story? Is he an Alton guy?
No, he's not. He is a guy from the Twin Cities. He and his twin brother, he himself has been in sports for 40 years. Used to help out a lot with concession stands. Was really tied into the group that owned the St. Paul Saints. He himself toured around the country working for teams in South Carolina and Texas and what have you. He and I connected when he owned a baseball team in Waterloo, Iowa. He sold that team with his twin brother back in 2014, and then starting about 2018, he said, I'm bored. I want to get back into it. So he bought a team in the Prospect League and looked for places to put the team. Originally, it was going to be in Decatur, but that fell through at the last minute, and then out of nowhere, Alton, Illinois came on to the radar, and we've been super happy with it. It's not the fanciest ballpark in the league, but it is something that is, as I said too, I've been at bigger spots, he's been at bigger spots, but there's something that is very homey about this area, and the way people have brought us into the community has been very, very good.
Do players make salaries?
Nope, I'm sure Austin wishes we pay.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But you get a chance to develop your skills. That's why you're there. You're there to improve. You're playing to get better.
A lot of exposure. That's like the number one thing for me. I just like to go out there and there's a lot of guys from big universities, JUCO, just a lot of ballers out there. So it's really fun to go out there and pitch against all these guys that are like cream of the crop.
That's awesome.
Yeah, last we don't, this league is for people that are big in the baseball again, the Northwoods League, this league, the Cape Cod League. They're all considered summer college baseball. Technically, we could, with the rules that changed a couple of years ago, we could pay them and they wouldn't lose their eligibility. But leagues like ours don't pay, unfortunately, yet.
Aluminum bats.
Now we use wood for the summer.
Wood.
Yep, and that used to be the big calling card in these leagues. For many years, that was like, okay, the transition to wood. Well, a lot of these guys, and they'll tell you that they train with wood now. They use wood a lot during the winter, so it's not as big of a difference as it used to be, but especially when I got started and the aluminum bats were those metal def sticks, you'd see guys coming from the spring with batting averages of 450, and then they'd spend the first month of the summer season barely hitting 200.
Okay, man. Any shout-outs before you get out of here? Austin Rathgeb of the River City Dragons.
Shout out my dad, Ron, and my mom, Jordan.
River Dragons. I'm sorry, that's not the name. It's River Dragons, sorry. All right, good enough. And also Lewis and Clark folks, right?
Oh, yeah. Shout out my people at LC.
Yep. Okay, how about you, Scott?
Shout out to everybody in the community. Happy to be around.
And I'm glad that the community has embraced the Alton River Dragons because we need more of it. We need the Grizzlies. We need you guys. We need ATAR soccer in Belleville. The more of that stuff we have going on, the more vibrant our local sports scene is. So congratulations and best of luck to you moving on.
You know, what we're really excited about, and Austin's an example of it, we bring in, as we said, guys from California and Texas and what have you, but because this is a baseball-rich area, we're able to get guys from Alton, Godfrey, Edwardsville. We've got a couple from Highland this year. We've had guys from Breeze, from O'Fallon, Illinois. So we have a tremendous pool that's right here as well, and that's something we do not take for granted.
And those are your fans too, so that makes a big difference. All right, Scott, thanks so much for coming by. We need to get out to a game soon, KP.
Sure, absolutely. Thanks.